It's no good. It won't activate. It must be locked from the other side.
What's gotten into her? She said she was going to put masks on us, but then she put one on herself and fled.
She reminded me of the people back in Niez.
The one she put on is the Reigning Visage, the thing that supposedly controls the other masks, but... if that's the case, maybe it alters the mind of whoever wears it as well.
So, she used it on herself? Damn it. Why couldn't I explain better? She must think all of us are against her now.
Calm down, Alphen. It isn't over yet.
That's right. We have to go after her.
Sure, but we don't even know where she went.
Judging by what she said recently, it's likely she went to the Keystone. The only problem is finding out where that is.
No, wait. The coordinates she used are still saved here. If we can enter these into another teleporter, then...
You're a genius! So all we need to do is head to another teleporter, right?
Yes. Assuming we're lucky enough to find one that isn't already connected somewhere.
Regardless, I think we should go back to Niez first. What Nazamiel said before has me worried.
She said she'd send our orders. You're right, we should check it out. Before we leave, we should seal this room. Nazamiel might be able to unseal it with her power, but it's better than doing nothing.
Ouch, that's smarts.
Are you okay, Rinwell? Nazamiel has... some crazy tricks up her sleeve.
Done. Let's head back to Niez.
I wonder how things are going in Niez.
I hope Bayfon and the others are safe.
I guess camping isn't so bad, as long as it's with good company. It's good not to have to scrimp and save anymore.
You planning on buying something to celebrate?
Nothing in particular. Honestly, I'm just glad we won't have to go hungry anymore.
Try not to gorge yourself to overcompensate. looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Days like this are perfect to curl up with a good book.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What in the world would you do with a book?
Hey, the pictures can teach a guy a lot. No one's doing anything. They're all just standing there.
I don't understand. Nazamiel didn't order her puppets to attack?
Or maybe it just hasn't started yet.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
It wasn't supposed to be like this. I'm sorry.
Wait! What?
I'm sorry. I thought it would make you happy. I'm sorry.
What is going on?
Hey, there's Bayfon.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Not
sorry.
Bayfon.
I'm sorry.
Sad.
Are they all being manipulated by the masks? The suppressors?
Nazamiel?
Huh?
Wait. If Bayfon is like this, then do you think the inn is okay?
Let's go see.
What is going on with these people?
I'm glad they're not attacking us. Why do they keep apologizing? At this rate, there might not be anyone left not wearing a mask.
And Nazamiel plans to do this to the entire world?
I hope the inn hasn't been compromised.
With Bayfon like that, who knows what's happened?
They've gotten in! We're done for!
No, look, we're not wearing those masks.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought for sure.
I'm relieved to see some people are still safe. Can you tell us anything about what happened here?
Those masked weirdos out front went berserk all of a sudden and tried to force their way in here. Bayfon said he would lure them away and left us.
So you've been hiding here. Renans and Danans, all hunkered down together.
They didn't hesitate to let me in when I feared for my life.
This lady saved me with her astral arts. I never thought I'd see everyone working together like this.
That young man said the masked people went berserk.
Right. Except Nazamiel said she'd already sent out orders before we got to her.
Okay, but if that's what initiated the attack, then why have they stopped and gone docile now? And when they talked,
It was Nazamiel's consciousness. You said so yourself, didn't you, Alphen?
That does fit with what Nazamiel was saying before. How she was changing people's minds to make them the same as her.
And now, she's wearing a mask, and must be in the same state as the people outside. Assuming the reigning visage has the same effects on the wearer as the suppressors, what would happen if she were to interface with the Keystone?
The purpose of connecting to the Keystone was to send orders. But if Nazamiel is also under the control of a suppressor... maybe everyone outside has gone quiet, because they've become the same as Nazamiel is right now.
But if that's the case, then what was up with all that stuff they said?
I suppose they must have been Nazamiel's true feelings. I don't know how it all works, but that has to be it.
All of those masked people we saw kept apologizing to us. If those were actually Nazamiel's thoughts, then...
We have to help her. We have to find a way to show her that we aren't mad at her.
But if we want to get to the Keystone, we have to find a teleporter. Oh!
A Dawn Lake!
That's right. There's a teleporter there.
We have the coordinates we need. Let's go before...
Wait. If we're right about what's going on, then it may mean that we'll have to face Nazamiel. Before we finally head out, we'll need to make sure we're all prepared for that possibility.
She's right. We can't afford to fail.
We should rest up and tend to our gear.
Right. Let's call it a day.
Those people outside will just have to hold on for a little longer.
There's something I can't figure out. Assuming that the Keystone is putting the people in those masks in the same state of mind as Nazamiel right now, how did Nazamiel become like that?
It was because she put on the mask, right?
Yes. However, when Cal Basel first showed up in Niez, Nazamiel was wearing the mask.
But then when we saw her after that, she wasn't wearing it anymore. Could that mean she wasn't being controlled by it at first?
Perhaps the mind control function is something that can be shut off. At least with Nazamiel's mask. The reigning visage.
That would mean Nazamiel went to the trouble of turning that function on before putting on the mask again.
I don't get it. If we were simply in the way, there was no need for her to do that after we defeated her.
We couldn't have been in the way. She said she's doing all of this for us, didn't she?
She also said we're her friends.
That may be so, but Nazamiel still attacked us when we tried to stop her.
It seemed like she wasn't listening to what we were saying. It was like we were talking past each other.
We're still overlooking something. Whatever it was that drove Nazamiel to the point of fighting us. Even before she gave up and erased herself. If we want to help her, we need to find out what that is before we see her again. I think we're ready. Let's all rest up today. Then tomorrow, we'll head out to confront Nazamiel.
I wonder what she's doing right now.
She's still under the mask's control. It is possible that she can't see or feel anything.
Even so, her heart is crying out. And I think it's my fault that it is.
Your fault? How do you figure?
I've been thinking about it non-stop. When we had to fight Nazamiel, where did I go wrong? Nazamiel tried to take over people's minds, to control them. That is wrong. There's no excuse for it. But in the end, ultimately, she did it for us.
Yeah, she did say that.
She had no place where she belonged. To her, it must have seemed like the rest of the world didn't even exist. So when she joined us, it was like we became her entire world.
We were her first friends. So, when we rejected her too...
It meant Nazamiel lost her whole world. That's why she was so devastated that she tried to erase her own mind.
From the beginning, all she wanted was to earn our approval. And I flat out rejected her. Because I didn't understand. I was so focused on rebuking her actions that I couldn't empathize with her.
Let's show her we're sorry. Then we can hold hands with her, like we did before.
I'm sure the charm will help us reconnect.
Shouldn't you get some sleep?
In theory, yes. But I knew you were off by yourself somewhere, lost in thought.
Can't hide anything from you, can I? I'm sorry. No, I guess I should say thank you.
Thanks for what, exactly?
For letting me drag you into this life of non-stop travel. For staying with me for all this time. For everything. I've been called a hero, a destroyer, and things even worse than that. But you stayed with me, Shion.
Even right now, as you're thanking me, Nazamiel is all you can think about, right?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. That's just who you are, Alphen. But the truth of the matter is, that's why I'm here. If you weren't such a caring person, that wouldn't be the case.
Shion.
And besides, you're not the only one who's worried about Nazamiel. I couldn't sleep either. When I look at her, I see myself. Saddled with a fate she never wanted. Treated like an outsider by everybody. Alone. You know that pain. Really, I think that we all do. Every one of us has scars like Nazamiel's. You're the one who saved me, Alphen. And along the way, I think we've all managed to save each other. That's why I want to help Nazamiel however I possibly can. I want her to feel like she's not alone anymore.
Yeah. Listen. There's something that I've been wanting to tell you. I think I'm ready to say it. Now that I'm prepared to move forward. Shion, would...
Now's not the time.
What?
Not while we still have more important things to do.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Try not to look so worried. I'm not going anywhere, okay? Is that all right?
You're always 5 steps ahead of me. All right. Did everybody get enough rest?
Let's get moving. Nazamiel is waiting for us.
Let's show her she has friends who care about her.
And put an end to this chaos once and for all.
That's right! Then we can have a tasty meal together.
I guess that means I'll have to put all of my cooking skills to work, then.
It's time. We're bringing her back, no matter what.
We need to avoid provoking those masked guys.
Yeah. Imagine if they all swarmed us at once.
Hey, quit it! All right, let's get back to gathering info on wedding ceremonies. You and Rinwell looked into flowers, right? So what's next on the docket?
I'm thinking food should be next. The food at Kagari's wedding was really amazing. I still remember it.
That's so. Hey, didn't I hear something real similar from Shion? That was close. I almost let something slip.
I don't know anything about that. I just have an interest in wedding foods. What should be served, how it should be prepared, stuff like that. I just want to learn.
True, you can't just serve anything you want that tastes good. If you served hot dogs at a wedding, people would riot.
Yeah, wedding food should be a treat for the guests, so I'm sure Danins and Renins will each prefer different things.
Let's start by looking into the Renin side.
Yeah, I agree. We can begin by asking Dohalim.
Sorry. Dohalim's on Shion distraction duty. I'm doing my best to keep her in the dark too, so we've got to be sure she doesn't overhear us.
I see. In that case, maybe Dohalim's friends Avakir and Faria can help us out.
Those two that were on Lenegus. They're over in Pelagian now, right? Yeah, that's a good place to start. Let's go see them and see what they have to say.
Dinner at a wedding reception. What would you pick for the menu, Law?
I'd want a bunch of tasty meat. Just pile my plate with meat and I'll be happy as a clam.
I should have known you'd say that. And I imagine you're not the only one who feels that way.
Right? But since it's a fancy shindig, I guess you probably need some fancy food, too.
True. I hope Avakir and Faria can give me some good suggestions.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I know it's sudden, but Dohalim's busy, so we were hoping the two of you could tell us a bit about Renin customs.
I'm surprised you'd come to us, but we'd be happy to help out a friend of Dome's. Huh. I didn't know weddings were popular here. They're a custom that goes way back on Rena.
What kind of food do you serve at Renin weddings?
Let's see. For the guests... Oh, you've got to have a huge cake.
The bride and groom cut the cake together in front of all the guests, then feed each other a slice.
They feed each other? I'd be too embarrassed to do something like that.
Wait, Alphen, are you asking about weddings to prepare for your own? In that case, you've got to make sure your partner has a say. But I guess that would be tough if you want to make it a surprise.
No. I'm just curious, so I'm doing some research. I'm not keeping this a secret because I want to surprise someone. I'm just not familiar with the customs and want to learn.
I see. Seeking knowledge on subjects out of your wheelhouse is a noble pursuit.
You've taught us a lot. Thanks, Avakir. Thanks, Faria.
Now that we've learned about Renin customs, why don't we ask someone about the Danon ones?
Sure, but who should we ask? I guess we could start by going to see Doc.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head to Uzlebek. Does Doc's knowledge include weddings and food and stuff like that too?
I'm not sure. But the more I think about it, I suppose those aren't really his areas of expertise. I guess I might have a bad habit of turning to Doc whenever I have a problem.
You must really trust him. It's good to have someone like that when you're lost or confused. And he clearly doesn't mind.
We've reached our destination.
Hey, Doc. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Weddings? I don't even know what that is, let alone what kind of food you should serve. Calaglio was poor, and we couldn't even afford to think about stuff like that when we were slaves.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I've heard of weddings. They're ceremonies for people that are getting married, right?
Married, you say? Alphen, you thinking of settling down?
It's more that I haven't thought about it enough, so I want to prepare a little for when the time comes.
I was all prepared to take a parental role and give you my blessing, but you're not tying the knot? You know, Alphen, you really haven't changed at all.
Maybe not. There's still a lot I don't know. So much I have to learn.
So if Doc doesn't know anything, what now? I can't think of anyone else who might know about weddings.
Do you know anyone who's done that marriage ceremony? If you do, maybe you could ask them.
Oh, right! We do know one couple.
Kagari and Notio. Of course, why didn't I think of asking them? We attended their wedding, and theirs is the one that set off this whole wedding craze to begin with. They're the perfect pair for us to talk to.
Then our next destination is set. I'm sure they'll have all kinds of useful information.
Seems like everything's settled here then.
Good luck, Alphen!
Next, we should go to Kagari and Notio's place. Let's head to Thistleum.
They sure get along well. Like they're in their own little world together.
Well, they're married, so that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, for them. But it's hard to know how to respond when they're acting like that.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Oh my, hello. Are you here for Notio? Or did you come to see me?
Both of you, actually. Can we ask you some questions about wedding ceremonies?
Of course. It would be our pleasure. Our wedding ceremony is one of my most important memories with my beloved Kagari. Ask us anything.
What should we talk about first? How about the day I decided to marry my sweet Notio?
Sorry. Maybe we can get to that later. For now, I want to know about the food.
See, I'm currently gathering information on food that's served at weddings. What kinds of dishes guests will enjoy, that kind of thing. You two have experience, so I was hoping you could share your insights.
Of course. We'd be happy to. Our ceremony was very simple, but we did it our way.
We didn't worry too much about Danon or Renan traditions. We decided to do whatever made us happy.
It's the thought that counts, after all. I think you should prepare whatever the couple wants to eat, or something they want their guests to eat.
The thought that counts. Taking care of your guests, you mean? Thank you. That's helpful.
Oh, and we prepared dishes with ingredients that are said to be auspicious.
Since everyone came all the way just for us, we wanted our guests to feel happy too.
Everyone who attended seemed to enjoy it, so I recommend doing the same.
But gathering everything was quite an ordeal, remember, Notio? We were only able to serve what we did through sheer luck.
What do you mean by sheer luck?
The merchant we talked to said it was a miracle he got everything, and that he'd never be able to manage it again.
Wow, it's that much trouble. And it may be tough to procure those kinds of ingredients. If that's the case, we should try to gather everything ourselves and see what we can do.
You want to gather things now? Even though you're not getting married yet?
Yeah, I want to make sure I know how to get what I need. I want all my bases covered.
Okay. You sure put your all into things you're serious about, huh, Alphen?
I appreciate your help, Law. So, what kinds of auspicious ingredients should we go after?
Sea bream is a high-class fish with an elegant taste, so it's often seen in celebratory meals in Thistleum.
They also said something about lemons bringing good luck. I don't know why, but they said it'll keep you from catching a cold.
Where I'm from, we eat rat pig meat on special occasions. It's supposed to be good for your health.
Sounds like certain ingredients carry special meaning. We'll see what we can scrounge out. Food we both like that also feels special. Guess I'll start with stuff I like. It'd be a good idea to find some spices. The spiciest stuff they've got around here.
I'd caution against too many unusual flavors. It's best to stick with the recommended ingredients, especially in your case, Alphen.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Looks like someone needs our help.
Good grief. You're such a softie. Fine. Let's go ask them.
Why you?
Hey.
Huh? What?
Absolute insanity. Oh, listen, man. Oh, these two just keep like.
Getting through. It's not about what the blazing sword says.
You didn't drop Zephyr's name.
I can't play that card forever. I do understand how both of them feel. It's just that...
It's important to explain yourself using your own words. But it's just as important to rest when you need to. Let's call it a day.
Yeah, all right.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
What's this? Look at you.
What the heck is going
What the?
on here?
It's you! Weak as always.
This guy.
You make me sick. Bull Run. But you're dead!
Oh? Then how am I here before you now?
It's a dream. I'm just dreaming.
Is that what you think? Allow me to enlighten you. I know the truth of this world. Friendship, trust. All that you believe in is fragile and fleeting.
Stop.
Those you seek to save are selfish and uncaring. You know it to be true. The only way to unify them.
Stop!
I agree. But technically, if he wanted to,
Is through fear.
Why now of all times?
Losing your temper because it's the truth. You really are a pathetic bastard, aren't you?
Enough! Mirage! Strike! Unleash lightning! You flee this fight, coward! Unleash lightning!
The only thing that can unite the feeble maggots of this world is domination violence. Bind them with chains of fear and drag them to heel at your will. Dominate them. Trample them and make them crawl on the ground.
Stop! Not like you! It's over! I shall erase everything! Flaming thrust! Lunarongo! I'll destroy you! Mirage! All shall bow before me! Accept your fate! Take this! Take this! Slash! Thunder! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! To hell! Vacuum blade! Try harder! Thunder Fang! Unleash lightning!
The public is nothing more than an endless stream of beings demanding that their needs be satisfied. They're loyal to have something to do. Turn their backs on you. They are not worthy of pity. The only mercy that can be granted. To them is the guidance of the strong. I'm not interested in your reasons.
Your life will end here! Here I come! Swallow blade! No escape! Slash! Thunder! I am the fruit of it! All others shall be banished! Try harder! My turn! Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done! Thunder!
Take your sword, like you did in Diaz. Its blade burn down all who oppose you until only ash remains. It's already in your hands. All you have to do is use it.
No! You're wrong! I path that I must take is not what I want. I don't want to bind or
Know
be
your
bound.
place! What's the matter? No words to disagree? Are you so afraid to admit the truth? That power and fear will always win over faith and honor? Or will it take the pain of the whip to open your eyes?
It's true that I don't know the pain of the whip. And I understand what you're saying. People can be selfish. That much I can't deny. They hide their true intentions to get what they want. I've seen it countless times. Even so, I choose a path free of oppression.
So a refusal, then. At the very least, you have no choice.
Do I? Maybe you can be defeated with force, but that would make me no better than you. If you utilize fear to rise above others, you'll only live in fear of when you yourself will fall. It's another form of oppression. You aren't Volron. You're a shadow born from my doubts.
Even if that's true, I still have the power to engulf you in darkness. What will you do if not destroy me?
If you were born from me, then that means you're a part of me. I'll accept that and keep on living.
Taking the weak route, are we? Go on then. But stay vigilant, or the night may come when this shadow consumes you.
I'm used to your threats, but I'll heed your warning all the same.
Good morning. Didn't get enough sleep?
No, it's not that.
Then what?
I think I had a strange dream.
Oh? About what?
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was important.
Well, whatever it was. You seem less tired than you were yesterday.
Now that you mention it, I do feel like a load has been lifted.
Good. Now let's get moving. We still have a lot to do.
Yeah. I'm not giving up.
What are you looking at?
I'm not sure. The world in front of me, I guess. Nothing has really changed, but somehow it feels like I'm looking at something new. Even the stars are brighter. It's like a wall that was always there is gone now. It's hard to describe.
Maybe your breakthrough has let you see things differently.
You think so? Yeah, you might be right. Maybe I was scared.
That people would be disappointed in you?
Yes. But then I was thinking, do you remember the last thing Volron said to me?
If you choose to walk that path, you choose that path. You choose a path of betrayal, despair, and corruption. I remember.
If I kept trying to play the hero everyone wanted me to be, I may have ended up just like he said. Of course, I know this won't solve all my problems. I'm sure there will still be times when I face betrayal or despair. But I can accept that if it's the result of my own choices. As long as I make my own decisions, I will be the master of my own fate. It's strange how a simple change in one's mindset can make such a big difference. It's not like I'm doing anything differently.
You freed yourself. It's been a while, but you finally look like yourself again, Alphen.
Thanks. Thank you, Xion.